my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use the 10% Azelaic Acid cream on your face, which you can use daily in the morning and or evening. Now, Azelaic Acid can be used on any skin types and has several benefits which it can help you with, such as to regulate your oiliness, which is great if you have only oily skin, or unclogging your pores. Can be used like an acne treatment to reduce the appearance of active acne over time. It can help with hyperpigmentation, specifically more about post-acne marks. So once your active acne is gone, you have reddish or even like brownish spots on the skin surface to achieve a bit more of an even skin tone. And it may be a great treatment if you have rosacea-prone skin to calm down the redness, and has overall the ability as a brightening ingredient to not only give you a bit more radiance and an even skin tone, but it also can work like a mild exfoliant in the sense of working on your skin texture to achieve a bit more of a smoother skin texture if you should suffer from textured skin and dullness overall. And so again, it has many benefits which can be used on any skin types accordingly to your skin concerns. And then you need to make sure that you're going to adjust your routine accordingly to it so that it will work with your skin concerns and your skin type. And so, of course, it depends on when you're planning on using your Azelaic Acid cream, then you need to adjust the routine accordingly to this as well. So if you're planning on using your Azelaic Acid cream in the morning, then you're going to get started with washing your face with a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs, which can be a gentle or exfoliating acid cleanser. Just make sure that it's able to break down any excess oil, dirt and sweat from the skin, and that it does not irritate the skin nor dries the skin out. And then once you're done with washing your face, then you're moving on to the application of your 10% Azelaic Acid cream, and then finish with either moisturizer that already includes SPF or a regular sunscreen. Just make sure that you're going to adjust it accordingly to your skin type. And then this would be an example of a morning routine. So sun protection during daytime is important. And then if you're planning on using your Azelaic Acid cream in the evening, then you need to adjust it accordingly to your skin type. Since if you need to use a moisturizer, you need to play around with the order of application. If you do not use a moisturizer, then the application is pretty simple. So in case you're not planning on using a moisturizer, depending on your skin type, just wash your face with your cleanser, which you may need to switch to a cleanser that's able to break down your sunscreen and or makeup if you have worn it throughout the day, and then immediately move on to your Azelaic Acid cream, and that's basically it. However, if you're planning on using a moisturizer as well along with it because of your skin type, then first of all make sure that you're using a moisturizer accordingly to your skin type, but at the same time, depending on what Azelaic Acid cream that you're using, you either can wash your face, use your Azelaic Acid and then move on to your moisturizer, or wash your face, use your moisturizer and then use your Azelaic Acid cream afterwards, which again depends on the Azelaic Acid product that you're using and the moisturizer that you're using. So if you aren't sure about order of application, try out both ways and see which one works and feels the best on the skin, and then stick to that one. And so this is just an example of an evening routine. Again, in the evening there's no sunscreen needed, only during daytime when being exposed to the sun. Now I'm going to now show you the step-by-step application on my face so that you can see it visually when trying this out at home. Again, you're going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face with a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. In this example, I'm going to stick to CeraVe's foaming cleanser, which is great for normal to oily skin. If you should have a different cleanser at home, go ahead and take that one if you love it. And just make sure to read the directions on the back of the packaging on how you should use your cleanser, since this can change depending on the cleanser that you're using. Do you have to apply it on wet or on dry skin? This is where you need to keep an eye on it. And so in this case, with CeraVe's foaming cleanser, I need to apply it on wet skin. So if that should be the case for yours as well, the first step that you're going to do is now wetting your face and neck with lukewarm water to warm water, and then apply your cleanser onto wet skin. So let's go ahead and do this. Then go ahead and take your cleanser and use about 1 to 2 pumps, so about a coin-size amount of your cleanser in the palm of your hand. Again, just make sure that you're reading on the back if you can use it around the eyes or if you should avoid the eye area, to make sure that there's no irritation when using it along it, so that you can properly use your cleanser and won't experience any irritation. And again, make sure to not get the cleanser into your eyes nor into your mouth. So, and once you have massaged your cleanser all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute, you now can go ahead and again rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water. Now, in case you feel like you have troubles removing the cleanser properly from the skin, you can go ahead and use a fresh and soft washcloth, which you can use in between, and this can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better. So now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. So once you're done with washing your face with your cleanser, you can immediately move on to the next step. Now, depending on your skin type, you do not need to use a moisturizer at all if this is going to be your evening routine. And so after cleansing, you're immediately moving on to your Azelaic Acid cream and apply it to the skin. However, depending on your skin type, make sure that if you're planning on using a moisturizer, that you're choosing one that's suitable for your skin type and needs, and that you're going to adjust the order of application. So if you have a bit more of a normal to combination skin type and you're planning on using a moisturizer either before or after your Azelaic Acid, then go ahead and take your moisturizer and use about a pea-size amount, about that much more or less, and then apply it all over your face and neck so that you have an even and thin layer all over. However, if you have a drier skin type, then of course adjust your moisturizer, and then you probably want to use a bit more of it so that you have a protective layer all over, and then either use your Azelaic Acid before or afterwards. However, I now want to keep my focus on a morning routine, since sun protection during daytime is important, not only because of premature aging and sun damaged skin, but at the same time because we're working with Azelaic Acid, which kind of, you can say, works like a mild exfoliant where the skin may become a bit more sensitive, so therefore sun protection during daytime is important, but in the evening there's no sunscreen needed. And so I'm now going to immediately move on to my Azelaic Acid product, and then I'm following with sun protection. So I'm going to stick to the ordinary Azelaic Acid suspension. So if you have a different one at home and it has a cream texture, use about a pea-size amount, more or less, which is of course adjustable, but make sure that you're using enough so that you can evenly blend it all over your face and neck, and make sure that you're not going to overuse it. And so I'm going to use about a pea-size amount. Use it between your fingers and then evenly apply it all over your face and neck. Now please make sure to not use it on top of your eyelids. Please do not get it into your mouth nor into your eyes. You can use it on the eye contour, however, if you know that you have already a bit more of a sensitive eye area, please avoid it. So, and once you have applied your Azelaic Acid cream all over your face and neck, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And if this is now going to be your morning routine, then you would follow with a moisturizer that already includes SPF, or with your sunscreen afterwards. And so this of course depends on your skin type and your personal preference. Please make sure to choose a sunscreen that feels comfortable on the skin, does not irritate the skin, nor stings on the skin. And so I have two examples right here of a moisturizer with SPF or just a regular sunscreen. Whatever you're going to choose, one thing won't change, and this is how you're going to apply to the skin, how much you're going to use, and how you're going to work with it throughout the day. And so in this video I'm going to stick to Cetaphil's Dermacontrol moisturizer with SPF, which is for example great for oily acne prone skin. And this is again just an example. So it doesn't matter if you're using a moisturizer with SPF or regular sunscreen, please make sure that when applying it in the morning, to apply 10 to 15 minutes before sun exposure, and then evenly apply it all over, give it a moment to set, and then when using or basically wearing it throughout the day, please make sure to think about the reapplication, which becomes especially important if you're being in the sun for several hours where the sunscreen can break down, then you need to reapply to keep the protection going. Or if you have sweat a lot, you have like loads of outdoor activities where the sunscreen can move around or wear off, or probably went for a swim where the same thing can happen, then the reapplication is really necessary to do to keep the protection going. And then you need to reapply it. But then again, you're just needing it throughout the day when being exposed to the sun. In the evening, there's no need. And so I'm going to use a teaspoon for it as my measurement guide so that you can see how much you actually would need to use. This is a great guide that I can share with you, especially when being new to it, to see how much sunscreen you actually need. And for your face and neck, use about half a teaspoon. If you want to blend it further down to your décolletage, then use about 1 teaspoon. Of course, this is just a guide which is totally adjustable. So if you feel like, well, with half a teaspoon, I'm still having too much sunscreen on, then please make sure that you're going to adjust it. So about that much, use it in the palm of your hand so that you have an idea of how much you need to use. Use it between your hands and then evenly apply it all over your face and neck. So, and once you have applied your sunscreen all over, then you're going to leave it on the skin. And this would be an example of a morning routine. Now, if you want to download the example routines that I have shared with you earlier for you as well and use it as a guide, you can download them in the description box down below if you find them helpful. And this is also what I wanted to share with you on how you can use your 10% Azelaic Acid cream on your face. I do hope that you enjoyed this video and that you find it helpful. And if you did so, please don't forget to give the thumbs up as well as share it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skin caring. Bye!